What three things would you want somebody brand new coming into the real estate market to know right now in today's market? And what I want to say instead is it's going to be the same topic no matter what's going on in the market. So here's what's going on in the market right now. I'm looking at my numbers right here on my dashboard, and month over month, let's go July production to August production. We saw an almost 40% reduction in transaction volume. So 40% reduction in the amount of units going around, 40% reduction in what's available for agents to bring in as the way of income. And so there's less to go around, and that's what we're hearing in the market. And by the way, right now I'm seeing September trending down at about that same speed. So numbers wise, I truly believe fourth quarter is going to be about 20% less than it was last fourth quarter. And last fourth quarter was ugly in general. That being said, there's the market and then there's your market. Two radically different elements. And if you just are doing the right work. So lesson number one, acknowledge and know that it doesn't matter what's happening in the market. You can make your market happen in that space. There's the market and then there's your market. So you get to create whatever it is and you get to gobble up that market share and know that when the media is talking the way it is, when our own internal media is talking the way it is, when other agents are talking the way they are, it takes the energy out of everybody and they don't actually do the work. So lesson number two, do the work. Know what the right things to do at the right time and then just implement that and maybe all day, every day. I have got a brand new coaching client who is a brand new agent. September 2nd, he started. And again, just follow the model. Here's the scripts. Here's what to say. Here's who to talk to. Here's when to call them. Have these conversations. In a matter of a week, he has 2 solid, high-quality listings. And as we know, inventory is the challenge in this market. We don't have enough of it. So, one, know that you create your own market. Ignore what everybody else is saying out there. And then 2, do the work. So let's hit number 3 real quick. Focus in and know what the only elements of your job description are. Real estate agents get all caught up in all this other superfluous stuff. There's all kinds of things on YouTube that say, do this, do that, implement this, implement that. And yes, maybe in the future. Right now, though, as you're starting, it's very simple, very basic, 4 foundational elements. And if you nail those, you're going to have a career with mathematical certainty of success. So next 5 to 10 years, there's always disruptors. There's always things changing. And so these individuals that want to prognosticate the future, I say instead, do the work and be flexible. See that things are coming up and adjust quickly because the market has ebbs and flows. Those agents that already spent the last 18 months building relationships with banks, they're set for the upcoming REOs that are coming in place. They've already put it in place. It wasn't a prognostication. It was knowing that, hey, this is going to be a path that I take and doing the work accordingly. Same thing with expires, man. Expires are ticking up. Those that already did the work, learned the scripts, practiced them, got into the conversations with the few expires that were there, honed their skills. Again, they're going to be crushing it with that. Just be watching the market, be paying attention to what's going out there, be looking out 6, 9, 12 months, and start preparing for the market that's coming. The big disruptors, hey, we got technology companies jumping in. Everybody is looking to get a piece of the commission. That's all they're doing, be it a Zillow, a Redfin, Realtor.com. Everything they're doing isn't to add to you as an agent. It's to ultimately get into your pocket. Think of Zillow. I mean, they are building brokerages now in parts of the country to just take their best leads, convert them themselves, get 100% of the commissions on those, and leave the pittance. They're building their flex program so they can leverage with key agents and take 35% of the commission into their pockets. So just keep doing your work. You don't need all that technology stuff that keeps me putting out there. Absolutely, you need some. You need a great CRM. You need some great systems for marketing once you've got your foundation built. Yet these people attempting to sell you leads, every person calling, selling you some technology, selling leads, hey, hold those off. Don't write the checks. Talk to the people in the industry already and get their recommendations for what you can implement. There's only 4 things that if you implement at a high level, you'll have incredible success in real estate. Number 1 is the calendar, scheduling. Having a system and process that you are managing your daily activities around a schedule. I don't like the language of managing time. We can't do anything about that clock on the wall. What we're actually talking about is managing ourselves just like we would if we were working for somebody else. They would be telling us what to do, when to do, and how to do it. And we would be putting in our 8 hours or more for them and getting a paycheck. Here in real estate, we get to manage ourselves. We get to figure out what we should be doing, when we should be doing it. And there is a very particular real estate job description that needs to be laid into the calendar and then followed every single week, just like anything else. Get systems, get process, almost get bored because you're doing the same thing over and over, and yet it produces results. Number 2 is the database. Having a great database system and running that correctly, building a network of people that you know, like, and trust that want to be in business with you because they know, like, and trust you as well. Actually having relationships, which is what that database will help you do. And then just continuing to nurture those relationships and document it in the database, which will help you stay in conversation, which is number 3, conversations. Every single real estate agent is paid in direct proportion to the number of conversations they have. Some bend that curve over time because they get better at the conversations, and yet you don't talk to anybody, you're not going to make any money. So cranking up those conversations quantity-wise, I always say quantity over quality first, taking swings at the plate, getting better at it over time, getting help, getting coaching, teaching, training, and then documenting those conversations. And finally, knowing your numbers is the 4th foundational cornerstone. Knowing not just the financial numbers of your business, which we all should have. Every one of you should be running it like a business on a financial platform like QuickBooks, where you have a profit and loss and a balance sheet. And so you know where your money is going. You know how you're running your business from the P&L perspective. And at any moment, we can look and adjust the outflow, the expenses if we need to keep you afloat. More importantly, knowing the numbers of production. How many conversations are you really having? How many appointments are you setting? How many contracts are you writing? Every company has ratios for all of those things, and you need to know yours. And then I always like bonuses. So I have 2 bonuses now on top of those 4, and they go hand in hand. 1, knowing what your magic pending number is. For each and every one of us in real estate, if we have a goal for the next 12 months, there is a magic pending number that if we arrive at and stay there, we'll hit the goal with mathematical certainty. And then behind that is then not just our magic pending number, our magic pipeline number. There's also then a number of either listings or buyers that we're working with that will make that pending number happen, that will make our goal happen. So knowing your numbers, having those 2 targets of pending and pipeline, as well as having great conversations, having a database, and doing it all through a calendaring platform. You implement that at a high level, by the way, in any business, not just real estate, and you will crush it as a business. We're looking for a coach. First and foremost, I would interview a coach and If they ask about your financial situation first, that's a good thing. There's so many people out there that are coaching just to take people's money rather than partnering with them. So you need to make sure that you've got in your budget, your cash flow allows for you to have that level of coach. If they're not asking about that, that means they only care about the revenue for them and not about your financial stability. Number two on that point, every single one of them should be asking what your personal balance sheet looks like. Not just your cash flow, which is the P&L, the balance sheet. Man, are you struggling financially right now? Are you in debt up to your eyeballs? Are you struggling to pay your bills? And if you are, then maybe they'll take a step back and say, yeah, write me a $1,250 a month check. They'll say, wait a minute, let me help you. Let's get some stability first. Let's get some revenue going first. They're not going to talk you into going and getting a loan or putting it on your credit card or justifying them making their money. Number two, that they actually have a foundational plan. That they know, okay, these are the core foundational elements of business success, and that they are going to help you implement those. Now, if you've already got those nailed, then you need to make sure you're talking to a coach who knows about the next step. Maybe it's marketing. Do they really have the knowledge to help you take where you're at now with a great business that's running on the core principles and now add the marketing level to bring in more business? Maybe it's leverage. Do they know how to hire and implement talent? And do they have the financial models to get you there? So the conversation with a coach when you're hiring them should be twofold. One, that they are automatically in a coaching conversation with you right out of the gate. It's not a sales conversation. They're spending the time to learn about you, learn about your finances, learn about your business, and then taking the conversation from there. And on the flip side, you need to be interviewing them at a high level. You need to be asking them tough questions, seeing if you can knock them off their game. There are going to be two conversations is always happening simultaneously. What Coach Russ always says, there are two scripts always happening. Yours and the prospects, the coaches and the clients. Which script is going to win? If you win the script off, they're not the right coach for you.